Once upon a time, in a far-off kingdom, a beautiful and kind girl named Cinderella lived with her wicked stepmother, Lady Tremaine, and two stepsisters, Drizella and Anastasia. Cinderella's father had married Lady Tremaine after her mother's death, helping to find happiness and stability for his daughter. However, after his passing, Lady Tremaine revealed her true nature and treated Cinderella poorly. Cinderella was forced to do all the household chores, from cleaning the house to cooking meals. Her stepsisters, who were lazy and spoiled, would often mock and belittle her. Despite her hardships, Cinderella remained kind and gentle, always hoping for a better life. She would often talk to the mice and other animals in the house, who became her only friends. One day, the king invited all the young women in the kingdom to a grand ball, so his son, Prince Charming, could find a bride. Cinderella's stepsisters were overjoyed and spent hours preparing for the ball, trying on dresses and having their hair styled. Cinderella, on the other hand, was not allowed to attend. As the day of the ball approached, Cinderella's stepsisters were busy getting ready, while she was left to do the household chores. When she finished her work, she sat by the fireplace, feeling sad and lonely. Suddenly, her fairy godmother appeared, waving her wand and saying, "Be-beady-bob-beady-boo." With a flick of her wand, the fairy godmother transformed a pumpkin into a beautiful golden carriage, mice into white horses, and a rat into a coachman. Cinderella was amazed and delighted by the magical transformation. Her fairy godmother then helped her get dressed in a stunning gown, and off they went to the ball. At the ball, Cinderella danced with Prince Charming, and they fell deeply in love. They talked about their interests, shared stories, and laughed together. Cinderella felt like she had found her soulmate. However, when the clock struck midnight, Cinderella had to leave abruptly, leaving behind one of her glass slippers. The prince searched far and wide for the girl whose foot fit the slipper. He tried it on the feet of every maiden in the kingdom, but none of them fit. When he arrived at Cinderella's house, her stepsisters tried to fit into the slipper, but it didn't fit either of them. When Cinderella tried it on, it fit perfectly. The prince was overjoyed and took Cinderella to the palace, where they married in a grand ceremony. Cinderella's fairy godmother attended the wedding and blessed the couple with her magic. Cinderella forgave her stepsisters and invited them to live in the palace with her and Prince Charming. They accepted her kindness and lived happily ever after. Cinderella and Prince Charming ruled the kingdom with kindness and wisdom. They helped the poor, protected the weak, and brought peace to the land. Cinderella's kindness and generosity inspired others to follow her example. The story of Cinderella teaches us about the importance of kindness, forgiveness, and believing in oneself. Years went by, and Cinderella and Prince Charming lived happily ever after. They had children and grandchildren, and their love story was passed down for generations. The glass slipper became a symbol of true love and magic, reminding people that kindness and goodness can lead to a happily ever after. As the years passed, Cinderella became known throughout the kingdom for her kindness and generosity. She helped those in need and brought joy to those around her. Her story inspired others to be kind and compassionate, and soon the kingdom was filled with people who were good and kind. The prince and Cinderella's love continued to grow stronger with each passing day. They ruled the kingdom with wisdom and justice, and their people loved them dearly. Cinderella's fairy godmother continued to watch over her, making sure that she and Prince Charming lived happily ever after. And so, the story of Cinderella came to an end, but the legacy of her kindness and love lived on. The glass slipper remained as a reminder of the magic of true love, and the kingdom continued to prosper under the rule of Prince Charming and his beloved Cinderella. The kingdom celebrated the anniversary of Cinderella and Prince Charming's wedding every year, with grand festivities and feasts. The people of the kingdom would gather to dance, sing, and tell stories of the royal couple's love and kindness. Cinderella's story inspired countless adaptations and interpretations, from books to movies to stage productions. Her tale of love, kindness, and transformation continues to captivate audiences around the world. Like, comment, share. See you in the next video.